Hey, I know y'all probably cursing me for filth, and I'm not even gonna let y'all do me like that today. Hey, everybody. Hey, I know I promised you guys a Dear Deja, so here I am on the scene, crispy and clean, to get it out the way. Before I get to that, let me stop everybody. My YouTube channel, if you're seeing this, you should be subscribed to it. The YouTube channel is Operation Heal 100 Hearts, as you guys already know. So if you're watching this video, you should be liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and making sure you're sharing it with other folks so they could do the same. Alrighty. I thought I was prepared and ready to get information, but yes, I know I owe you guys a Dear Deja, so I want to just get it up and stuck so y'all don't be barking on me. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. So y'all come over there and visit me on TikTok. My name on TikTok is the same as my name on Instagram. Born, BORN _ Bossy with 4 Y's. So that's Born, BORN _ BOSSYYYY. Right? So I'm Born Bossy on Instagram. I'm Born Bossy on TikTok. I am Operation Heal 100 Hearts on Instagram as well. So make sure you guys are there and make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel so you could get all the notifications for all my videos because it's up and it's stuck. And I'm not playing with y'all. Most folks like my unpopular opinion segment because there you get to see me in all of my raw element and crazy and, talking about the hot topics. I think I'm going to come out with 2 other playlists for my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to come with Khadijah Please, and I think I'm going to come with I Got a Story to Tell. And I think Khadijah Please will just feature some things that kind of run through this crazy mind of mine. They'll be short videos, but just for entertainment purposes only. And I think that I Got a Story to Tell is me. I'm actually really, really sorry, you guys. My face look a little greasy. I'm actually a really, really good storyteller. And I have some stories under my belt that will have you guys cracking up. And since that's a part of my personality, why not add that to the channel? So I think Khadijah Please and I Got a Story to Tell is the 2 new playlists that I'll be adding to the channel. Stay tuned. Once again, you guys follow me on all social media platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this next Dear Deja video. Let's get into it. Hold on. This is looking frosty, right? What the fuck is that, battery acid? Okay, let's get into this next Dear Deja. Hold on one sec. Let me move it over, you guys, because I have to read the Dear Deja from my computer. Then I'll get back in formation. Here we go. Dear Deja, I should have put my glasses on. Dear Deja, I am a 24-year-old new mom. I can't front, I'm struggling with motherhood, but that's not what I need healing with. My mom passed away 3 years ago, leaving my sister and I alone to fend for ourselves in this cold world. My sister is 5 years my senior, and she has no children. Since my mom passed away, my sister and I have become a lot more codependent on one another, which was fine when I didn't have my daughter. Since the inception of my daughter, I've been busting my ass to get my finances in order and to get my life on track because I have no help. My daughter's father was murdered. My sister lives her life on the edge. She hasn't had a steady income since my mom passed away. She's constantly shopping, overspending, and creating more bills in the apartment we share. She's not as clean as I would like. She often has visitors that I'm not familiar with. I love my sister, and I've tried to have this conversation calm and rational, but her response is always emotional and irrational, so we never get anywhere. She has to go. I need this space to raise my daughter the way I like, not to mention she doesn't even babysit, but I know she's not financially or mentally stable enough to move out on her own, but I'm not financially or mentally stable enough to allow her to stay here. Please help. Signed, Suffering in Silence. Alrighty then. Wow. Okay, Suffering in Silence. Let me take another little sip. Number 1 on the list, let me send my condolences in regards to your moms because I am not even able to fathom or imagine the pain that losing your mom comes with, right? So let me first send my condolences and my prayers to you and your sister, because I can't imagine what you guys are growing through. But what I do know is God don't give us more than we can handle. So I think you guys, you ladies, will be able to survive and actually flourish and thrive out of this experience in the memory of your mom. So let me first start off by sending my condolences. Secondly, let me say this. I want to ask a few questions before I get into my feedback. Number one on my questions list is, where is dad? Where's dad? Where's dad? That's what I'll ask first. Where is you and your sister father? Do y'all share the same father? Do you guys have separate dads? Where is your dad? Like, where's her dad? Where's y'all dad? Where's your dad? Where's dad? Right? Because I think that he could be a very, very intricate part of navigating this conversation, because one, if he's both of you guys' dad, then I'm almost sure he knows her to the same degree that he knows you, and he could kind of give you some tips on how to approach her with this, or maybe he would be even willing to sit in and guide that conversation, or maybe say it to her for you. Who knows, right? Who knows? But what I will say is this. My first suggestion is, whatever feedback that you want to give your sister, I think that you should do so yourself. I think that you should do so yourself, because I realize that sometimes in trying to have awkward conversations with folks and they're unflattering, when you start to include other folks in unflattering conversations that you're going to have with a person, especially when it's in regards to them, they get really, really offended and they start to get on the defense, and then it becomes an issue between you and that person, because it's almost like an ambush, right? People could kind of view it as an ambush. Like, if you have somebody else get involved in something you want to say to that person that's not flattering, then I could definitely see them feeling like you're trying to ambush them because you have somebody else involved with something you just could have told me one-on-one, and so on and so forth, right? So I would suggest that if you are going to even include your dad in it, let it still come from you. And if he can say something to kind of cushion or soften the blow, then perfect. But if it comes from him, or maybe if he's present, she may be a little offended. But again, I don't know your sister, so I can't say. And some of the personality traits that you shared here lets me know that she can possibly get on the defense. And that's not what you're looking for, right? That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a way to convey this information to your sister so that you guys can, maneuver in the right direction, if I'm correct, right? But like I always tell folks in Healing Heart Sessions, right? I always say that we can always have conversations about other folks in one-on-one sessions if you choose to. But every time we have those conversations, I'm going to always divert the conversation back to you, because your Healing Heart Sessions are for you. They're not for anybody else. So I can't sit here and talk to you about anybody else. I can allow you to speak about them. But afterwards, I'm going to divert the conversation back to you. And that's what I'm going to do right now, right? Because, I can see how losing your mom, especially if there's not other supporting family members, can make you two become codependent on each other, which is fine. I think that as siblings, we should all stick together and band together to help one another, right? But the codependency of those relationships have to have some healthy boundaries. Okay? It's nothing wrong with leaning on your sibling for certain things, right? But you can't lean on your sibling or allow your sibling to lean on you so hard that they're not able to stand up on their own, right? So one of the things that you said here is that you don't think that she is mentally stable enough. That was one of the things you said, to kind of move out on her own. So my first question would be, is there some real documented mental health issues? Or do you feel like, that's just your diagnosis of her because of some of her irrational behaviors according to you, right? So let me know, is it a real issue where there is some documented mental health issues, or that's just your opinion that mentally she may not be well? And if that's the case, that's a separate conversation, right? That's a separate conversation. That's a conversation you need to have with her about getting herself together, because your sister's up there in age, and If mentally she's not stable enough to live on her own, then she may need some assisted living. And if you're not mentally stable enough to allow her to continue to live with you without going crazy with her and a brand new baby, then you might want to talk to her about an assisted living program. Because, like you said, you're not at the point where you think she should stay with you. And it also sounds like, but you don't think she can stay alone. So if you are going to roll out the problem, you have to also roll out some solutions, right? So I always like to have more than one, because then that gives the person options. So then you just say to her, listen, I don't know from some of your behaviors that you would be okay functioning in your own space on your own. So let's look into getting you into some assisted living programs, right? And again, like I said, she may take offense to this and become very defensive, and that may be an issue, but at least it's coming from a sincere place that you are offering these things to her. And it's also coming from an honest place, because that's another thing. You don't want to pity anybody and be dishonest to them because you're pitying them. I have to be realistic with with her at least. And the reality of the situation is you have a brand new baby. You have a brand new baby, so you have a brand new set of responsibilities. And because of that, you have to think in the best interest of the child. Do I think that you should consider your sister's feelings? Of course. Of course, we all should do that for our siblings, but they can't trump the feelings or the emotions or the well-being of the child that you gave birth to, because that is now your primary responsibility, even ahead of you. Right? So, like you said, you can preface the conversation with that. The reason why I'm having some of these thoughts and coming to some of these decisions is because I have a new set of responsibilities. I'm a mom now. So all of the things that I might have been able to let slide in the past or allow in the past or work with you through in the past, I may not have the liberty to do that right now because I'm a mom. And will she agree with it? Maybe, maybe not. But if she's a real woman like I think she is, she will have to respect you coming from that space, because it shows how responsible you're trying to be as a parent, and everybody respects a responsible parent, right? Okay. That's one, too. You didn't go into the details of how codependent you two ladies are on each other, because I would like to know what that looks like. I'm going to say I see some of the things that you said she may have been at fault with. Like, she's not really good at saving her money. She spends and spurges a lot. She also invites folks over, and I'm guessing she doesn't share that with you beforehand because you said visitors, or maybe she does and you just don't know these people. And again, like I said, if you preface the conversation with the whole I'm a parent and I have a separate set of responsibilities, when you run these things down that she's doing to affect you, that she has to respect that, right? So like case in point, you said the visitors that come over. That's very, very delicate, because at this point, my primary goal in life is to protect my child. And if you're inviting folks over that I don't know, then I feel like I'm not doing my best to keep her safe, because now we're both around folks that we don't know. If I don't know these people, I don't know what to expect from them. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you preface the conversation about the company in that regard, like, listen, I have to make sure that my daughter is safe, then I think that she could understand. And I think also maybe saying to her, also making sure you're safe, because I understand you're inviting them into your quarters, so therefore you kind of have the upper hand because it's your space that they're in, but you don't know what they might do in here to you. You know what I'm saying? Even before it gets to me or your niece, to you. And also having folks know where you live and where you rest your head at. If you don't know them well, if y'all have a fallout or something happens, you don't want them knowing where you rest your head at, because you don't know what danger they would bring, right? But like I said, let's go back a little bit. Before we even get into you sharing that with her, I would love to hear what the codependency of that relationship looks like, because I also want to hear how you rely on her. Because you didn't share any of that. You just shared that, all of the things that she does, and the things that bother you, and you said y'all became codependent on each other. So I would like to hear what are you doing that shows that, I'm really leaning on her for things? Are you getting money from her that you may not need, but you're just doing so because of the value of the relationship? Or you said she's not babysitting, so I don't think that you're getting her to watch your child. But what else is going on that would allow you to believe that you're codependent on her as well? Because you have to keep in mind, if you're going to ask her to leave, some of the perks and the benefits that you have of that codependent relationship are going to be snatched away from you as well. Can you handle that? Are you prepared for that? Right? Also, another thing is too, confidence. I don't know how many, I can't even count on 10 people's hands how many conversations and healing heart sessions are rooted in confidence. Confidence. When you have confidence, when you are a confident person, I could almost assure and promise you that you will create parameters and boundaries that folks will respect or reject, right? And I mean that in the sense of they'll respect them and adhere to them, and y'all will have safe relationships, or they'll reject them and you guys will disconnect completely because they can't get with the boundaries that you set forth out of the respect you have for yourself and the confidence that you have within you, right? And I think here what's happening is you're lacking the confidence to stand up and say enough is enough and things have to change. But like I said, I don't know if you're lacking the confidence because maybe some of the things that's happening in that codependent relationship, maybe some of the things that you benefit from as well. And you're a little apprehensive of getting the rug pulled from underneath you because you benefit from those things as well. But if that's not the case and you're just lacking the confidence to stand up and say what you need from your sister, then that's another healing heart session in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are going to have significant others. We're all going to have family members. We're all going to have friends. We're all going to have colleagues. We're all going to have people who live in our neighborhood who, if you allow them, they will take advantage of you. And I don't mean in a sense where, they would do crazy things. No, but it's just some people know that certain things could slide with you, so they're going to always let it slide with you, right? So case in point, say if you go to the laundry in your neighborhood, right? And sometimes when you go, it's packed. And you're known as the person that you'll give up your machine for somebody. You'll say, hey, no problem. You can have the rest of my dry. You can use my car to dry your clothes. I got a little extra money, so on and so forth, right? People will start to rely on you to do that. So if I run into you all the time in the laundry and I'm trying to get out of here fast, I don't really care about what you got going on, and I know that you're going to let me slide, so I'm going to try to get ahead of you. Yo, let me do my stuff first. Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's just human nature for people to take advantage of a situation that they know they can take advantage of. And there's certain areas of your life where I know that the saying that I love so much is choose your battles. So sometimes you do let folks slide with things, especially if they don't bother you. But it sounds like in this situation, this is really becoming a hindrance for you because it's affecting how you parent, according to you. So at this point, it shouldn't be no hesitation about what you need to say with your sister. Now, if you want to know how to say it, that's a different story. But it sounds like you're even hesitant about saying anything because you just don't want to step up and make that happen. And I'm not going to say don't want to because you did right into me. So I guess it kind of sounds like you're looking for what that could look like so it could be a positive outcome. Again, I shared some things with you prior to about, maybe incorporating your dad if they're present or another family member that she's incredibly close to and takes feedback from. Well, but be mindful about incorporating other people because you don't want your sister to view that as an ambush. And if you do want to do it on your own, you have to have enough confidence to say what you mean and mean what you say. Right? So like, let's just say case in point, you say to her, today is September 2nd. So you say to her, listen, we've been living together. Things have not been working. I know you're not that great on saving, but you have to start saving. I'm giving you until December 31st. This is just, hypothetically, to get yourself together to be out this apartment because the way that you live is not the way that I want to live. And I'm trying to raise my daughter a specific way. You have to say that with confidence, and then you have to stand in what you said. It can't be the whole, oh, I blurted out when I get mad, so now she's offended, so she only think I said that because I was mad, and then I took it back because she got emotional, and I didn't want her to get upset, and I didn't want her to feel like she didn't have me to rely on, because all we got is each other, because mommy is not here. Y'all do have each other. Y'all do have each other, but you both get to navigate what having each other looks like. And if it's only beneficial for one of y'all, for y'all to have each other, then we don't have each other. You have me. I have nobody. So I think that the reality of it is, my girl sis, I'm going to call you sis because you said suffering in silence, and this is about your sister, S-I-S. So I'm going to call you sis. Sis, I think you need to work on your confidence. I think you need to work on your confidence. I think that you need to sit down and go over some of the things that you're trying to accomplish, and then make another list of how you're going to accomplish these things, and then make another list of things that are distracting you from accomplishing these things, and start on that list first and work your way up. Work your way up. So if you start on your list of distractions and you will eliminate them, your next list will be how you're going to achieve your goal. You start doing those things, and then your next list is your goals. You're going to start achieving them if you go down those lists. Because one of the surefire ways to get distracted in doing what you need to do for yourself, the number one surefire way in getting distracted is allowing distractions to creep in. You know what I'm saying? So you have to nip them at the bud. You have to nip them at the bud and say, listen, I can't have this because I'm trying to do this, because I'm trying to achieve this. But if you have the distraction stopping you from doing, then how can you achieve? And if your sister, no matter how much you love her, no matter how much sympathy you have for her, if she is a distraction to the goals that you set for yourself, then you have to build some healthy boundaries. She could still be your sister living in a separate space. You can still support, love, honor, and look out for and hold down and everything else her, but she doesn't have to live in your space because, again, like you said, I have the ways that I want to raise my daughter, and you're not on the same playing field as me. Unless, let me play devil's advocate. Can you get her on the same playing field? Because I'm just going to assume, and I could be wrong, you reached out to write this letter because you've made some attempts, and she has not adhered to those attempts, and therefore they fell on deaf ears, and now you feel... Sorry, y'all. And now you feel like there's nothing else you could do, so you reached out to me, right? But the flip side of that is you may just be so self-conscious about sharing with your sister the things that you need, that you're there, quote unquote, that you're there, hence the way you signed this letter, suffering in silence. Is that it? Because if that is it, that is to no fault of your sister. That is to no fault of your sister. She has been allotted a whole rink, and she is now skating. She is now skating. Nobody's tapping her on the shoulder telling her she can't go backwards. Nobody's tapping her on the shoulder telling her those ain't the appropriate skates. Nobody is tapping on the shoulder saying, hey, you didn't pay for that. No, you just providing the rink and allowing her to skate. What did she do wrong? It's up to us to create healthy and safe boundaries for ourselves. It's not up to us to think that somebody else will guess what our healthy boundaries are and adhere to them. No. It's up to us to verbalize what they are. It's up to us to stand in them, and it's up to us to remove ourselves from folks who don't respect them. But the moment that you don't verbalize them, the moment that you don't stand in them, and the moment that you stay around people who don't respect the invisible ones that you have, is a moment that all of that becomes your fault. It's to no fault of the other person. I have been provided a whole rink. Guess what I'm going to do? Skate. Child, I'm at Cascades. Like, Come on, come on, come on. And I think that the ring has been provided because I don't want to ruffle any feathers, and I don't want her to feel like I don't love her, and I don't want her to think that's because when mommy is going, I turn my back on her, and I don't want her to feel. I mean, at the end of the day, she can feel what she wants. At this point, you're a mom. Who do you think feelings trump everybody's? Baby girl. And if baby girl is not benefiting from the things that you're doing or not doing, or the things that auntie is doing or not doing, then you are at fault for messing over baby girl. That's not fair. That's who you birth. That's your responsibility. So my suggestion would be to you, is to come on down and have a healing heart session, because we have some confidence building to work on. I am not going to sit around with you and talk to you about what to tell your sister, how to tell your sister, when to tell your sister, who to get to come with you to tell your sister, what day to tell your sister. I'm not doing any of that. We spoke about your sister already. When you come to a one-on-one healing heart session, we're going to speak about you and the fact that you lack confidence and where that comes from and why it's continuing and what we can do to get you back up building your confidence instead of allowing it to deplete and allowing folks to do things to you that you don't like or you're not in agreement with. Okay, so listen to me, sis. I have 4 sisters. Yes, I have 4 living sisters. 1 passed in May. And I think I have a fairly good relationship with all of my sisters, and we as women, we all get catty and attitude-ish and all of that, and we all respect each other's boundaries. So when another one of us feels a way about something, we can kind of step back and allow them that. And then when they get it together, they'll come on back and say, I'm sorry, sis, my bad. Even my sister that passed away, I could go through our text messages where we would hit each other and be like, my bad, sis, I was effed up that day. My bad, sis, I wasn't good to you that day. My bad, sis, I didn't mean to ignore you that day. My bad, sis, I didn't mean to snap on you that day. And the other person can say, you know what, I didn't like that, but I appreciate you coming back and letting me know that you didn't mean to do it. And then on top of that, turning around and correcting that behavior. Thank you. We have healthy boundaries between us. You know what I'm saying? So you can create that. You can create that, and that can happen, and it can be very real. But it does not stop, end, and it's not acknowledged with another person. It's always from you. It's always from you. So sis, don't get me wrong. I respect the fact that you want to love, support, take care of, be responsible for, and honor your relationship you have with your sister. I think that's an impeccable thing to do. But the moment you start dishonoring the relationship that you have with yourself, and the moment you start neglecting the things that you need to do for your daughter, is the moment that I don't give a damn about the relationship that you have with your sister. That's to no benefit. That's of no benefit to you. So, sweetheart, we got work to do. Operation Heal 100 Hearts is here. Operation Heal 100 Hearts is working. One-on-one sessions matter. Couple sessions matter. Family sessions matter. Sibling sessions matter. Co-parenting sessions matter. Healing matters. It matters because guess what? What did I tell you? I'm not going to sit here with you in a one-on-one session and talk about your sister. I'm going to sit here with you and discuss you and how you could be a better woman. And then after you decide that you're going to be a better woman and you put some things into action, then you on your own can navigate how you want to deal with your sister. That's not for me to do. I'm here to help you work on you. So you got to be ready, sis. You got to be ready. So when you're ready, come on down. Operation Heal 100 Hearts is here. I hope this letter provided some perspective. I hope it gave you a different outlook. I hope it will encourage you to reach out to me so we can get this confidence building going. It needs to happen ASAP. All right. Not even 30 minutes yet, but I'm going to spend the last minute and a half letting y'all know y'all better be subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and everything else on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all check out my Unpopular Opinion playlist. Y'all going to love it. Khadijah Please is coming. I got a story to tell is coming. I'm on TikTok now, Born Bossy with 4 Ys. Come follow me because I will be translating a lot of these videos to there. And, help me get some more subscribers and let me get lit. And it's up and it's stuck. I will be adding more to the to me and Pookie's playlist, so you'll see more of that. If you missed the freaking versus battle, go watch me and my Pookie go at it. Ushers versus Neo, me versus Pookie, up and stuck. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. I love you guys for sending your letters and continue to send them in. Sis, suffering in silence. Sis, hit me up for your one-on-one session. It's definitely needed. Love you guys.